This is Sri Lanka's #1 hit music station.
Yes, 101.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sri Lanka. Are you ready?
Okay, people, listen.
The countdown is on. The Yes Homegrown Top 15.
Aloha, Sri Lanka. It's good to know that you're tuned into another edition of The Countdown, which is obviously based on your votes and your requests. You totally make it happen every week for your artists. This is Yasmin, and as promised, I have like a very cool guest in the studio. You probably would have heard and seen all those posts on social media. One of Sri Lanka's finest electronic music composers, Anuradha Jayathilaka.
Hey.
How's it going, man?
I'm doing really, really good.
You know, this guy is so punctual. He actually made it to the studio an hour before the show, and I'm thinking, no, an hour and a half early. And I'm thinking, dude, really? You are so punctual.
Yeah. I came like around 6:30.
Yeah, that was like way too early, man. What's happening on the countdown this week? We do not have any droppers, so yay, that is obviously good news. Coming up on the show, got some brand new music by Dropwiz. Now, this new track of his is an exclusive. He is not giving it to anyone else but us. That's going to premiere on the show. Night Sky Oz latest, and also KK. She is just brilliant. That later on, but dropping down 3 this week to number 15. It's our girl Natasha Ratnaika with the Sheriffs taking it off.
Yes Homegrown Top 15.
So, in case you don't know too much about Anuradha Jayathilaka, he is, well, a brilliant electronic music composer, and he's also got some serious tracks you probably would have heard on Yes 101. In case you haven't, you probably might recall these. All the stuff that you've been listening to. Of course, we've played a lot more than that, but that's just some of his tracks that he's collaborated with. A few names. Actually, the last guy, the last track with Patrick. You know, he was actually in the Kudeta radio show last week, but that for another time. So you've been working with quite a few names, huh?
Gucci, she's from Italy, and Yui from US, and quite named Sujitralata from India. Your
collaboration with her went to number 1 not too long ago, but so tell us about you also, man. Why are you so shy?
About me. I've been doing music for a long time, like electronic music from 2010, and I've done several albums and several tracks and several collaborations.
But you know, the interesting part about you is that you aren't really musically trained. I mean, you never had that initial training. No. You never went to a music school.
No. At school, I didn't do music. Actually, I learned most of my music from internet. You know, these days, everybody with the internet can learn anything. So I was playing with this software and...
what software?
FL Studio.
Okay.
Yeah. And I had this couple of books and I read them, and that's how it all started.
So to this day, you still use FL Studio primarily?
Yeah, FL Studio for the world.
You know it. Okay, did you know that your track On a Good Day is at number 13?
Yeah, I just found out. You just told me that.
Would you like to do the honors? that moment where Anuradha has just lost her words, but that's okay. His track moves up 2 this week. It was at number 15 last week.
Yeah.
Press play.
Yes, Homegrown. Top 15. This is number 13.
Yasmin, actually, the thing about this track is that it actually started as a different track.
Really?
Yeah, the voice is for a different track, and somehow the track actually failed, and actually I lost contact of this singer. And I used the same samples on a different track, and that's how this track came to be.
And now you know history. Anuradha Jayathilaka, he's in the studio, and man, this guy, dude, I'm still baffled at how you manage to like compose music without going for music classes and things. But I suppose that's pretty alright, yeah?
Yeah, like everything with internet, and actually most of my the collaborations I've done and those artists I've met, they're mostly from MySpace and Indaba and other social networks.
Do people actually use MySpace anymore?
Actually they do.
What?
Apart from Facebook, they actually do.
I'm surprised people actually use them. Okay, let me just get over that fact. So was it initially very hard for you to just learn the ropes of music? Or was it like, okay, I'm just going to go by the beat and totally work something out, totally experiment?
Well, most of the time when people are like beginners into music, they'll start like beats and making beats and stuff. So actually, I did the same, and I was playing with melodies. Actually, the first time I had no idea of music. Like, if you asked me, show me C major chord, I had no idea what was that. And after like a few months of like reading books and training myself, I actually learned a lot.
So the time period was pretty much a year?
Yeah, a year or something.
So when did you really start? Because if I remember correct, you got into the whole learning of electronic music somewhere around 2009, right? 2009-ish?
10, yeah.
10 was when you released your first album, and you know what? We will get into that in just a little while. By the way, you need to check out some brand new music.
Right now, time for new music. Go.
The Yes Homegrown Top 15.
What you're checking out is the Yes Homegrown Top 15, and Sri Lanka's number one for homegrown music. It's 8:34, and it's back to the countdown with Anu. I think I'm going to call you Anu from now onwards, because your name...
That's fine. Everybody calls me Anu.
It's easier.
It's for short, yeah.
Who are your influencers?
I really like... Do you know of Vangelis?
No, I don't.
Never heard. Do you know the track Chariots of Fire? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's the composer's name, Vangelis.
What you're saying is you're a lot more influenced by classical composers.
Yeah, classical, yeah. Actually, I think Vangelis is like the father of electronic music.
Okay.
Yeah. I think he made classical music into electronic music, but he made the transition. Something
Okay.
like that. Yeah, so I think mostly I'm influenced by him.
And do you have any favorites from the home music scene?
Currently, I really like Daffy's music, Daffy Master, and he makes a really chill out music, and I really like his music. And also Tricona.
Yes, that guy.
Dominda Harshika, yeah, really, really awesome. I think he'll be really, really nice on stage play someday.
Yeah, hopefully one of these days, if he actually gets to, learn how to DJ and whatnot. Cannot wait for that day. But I know for a fact that Daffy is listening in.
I probably hope he does. I mean, hey,
no,
man.
Daffy is. I know that for a fact, because he was like, I cannot wait till Anu gets on the show. So, you know what? I had to ask Daffy, what do you... I had to ask him, man, because you guys are friends. What do you think of Anu, man?
He's a great person, I met him in Kandy for the first time, and he did a lot of things related to music, from how we promote production, and he's really a great guy,
Great, huh?
Actually, last year we were in Kandy. I was in Kandy, and I actually got the chance to meet this guy. And it was really we were on his car and going everywhere, and we went to this restaurant and everything, and we were really having a nice time.
Yeah, someone took somebody out. But you know what? You and Daffy were supposed to do a collaboration, right?
Oh yeah, now that you reminded me.
Wow, I had to remind you about this collaboration, really?
Yeah, actually, I almost forgot. We were doing something together. Yeah, I remember.
Daffy, what do you have to say to that?
Yeah, I think it's still going on, and it's not just me, it's a session at Indaba Music. So, yeah.
Indaba Music. That's where it stops.
Yeah, I left Indaba. I was really, really busy with the new workplace and everything, so I didn't have hardly time to log into Indaba. I don't know what happened. There were 10 sessions are there. They're asking me, come on, man, come into the session, and I don't have time. I'm really, really sorry about those sessions.
Aw. So if you had one artist that you would like to collaborate from the scene, who would that be?
Currently, there are like several people, but I don't think I should be telling that.
I think you should.
Oh no.
Why not?
No.
Why not?
That's like secret stuff, right?
No, but at least one name.
Well, I used to collaborate with. Actually, now that you reminded me, I actually collaborated with Daffy Master. No.
That kind of died down, though.
That kind of died down. I don't really remember what we were doing. I think. No,
oh my gosh, he is going to be so upset, and he's just going to go on a Twitter rant right now.
Yeah. Actually, I did this track with Yerai he's from Italy.
Right.
And we did this soundtrack, a movie soundtrack, and I think that's what he was talking about. He actually, Daffy Master asked me to remix this, and I think somehow it just went off. I don't know.
Aw, shucks. But would you ever revisit that? No? Yes? Maybe?
Yeah. Hopefully I do it. When I go home, I just check it out.
Okay.
I don't remember when.
So you've been, producing since 2010, yeah?
Yeah, 2010.
So 2 albums?
2 albums, actually 3 albums, and 14, 15 singles, and plus some other remix stuff.
But how would you describe your music from 2010 till now? Would you call it more chilled out?
I've learned a lot.
Naturally,
yeah. And I've become such a dance music freak.
And you rarely even step out of your house.
Yeah, I barely, yeah.
But you know what? Getting back on the topic of remixes, you did 2 really, really outstanding remixes.
Well, there was the last 2 remixes. Actually, I've not been doing much music. I was in the music scene for the last nearly in a year. So I was doing this last 2 remixes, which was from one was from Dean, and the other one was from
Robert Glasper Experiment. Was that the one?
Searching for the silver light. Stop, turn, look, and see. Pause, breathe, run, and dream. Stay strong, live, lead, move, love across sea.
I swear you put in a lot of magic in that track. I was listening to the original and I was like, I like your version better. It is so chilled out.
Thank you.
And another remix that is noteworthy was Short Straw. Remember that remix, man?
And without a doubt, I've drawn the shorter straw of love. And without a care, you leave me here alone. I'm underwater with no air, and the discomfort is so much to bear. But you hold my head down just to say you did nothing wrong.
I just love that whole 80s feel that you bring into a lot of your music and also remixes. Anu, who are you really, really inspired by? Because, when I listen to your music, the first thing that comes into my mind is 80s music, like A Flock of Seagulls, probably, oh my gosh, I keep forgetting their name. The guys, a few of those really big-time synth bands, like from the new wave synth bands, 80s music. I am so bad with names, but you get the drift, right?
The last remix you played, that was from Harry and Lloyd.
Yeah.
Short Straw. They did an album, and that was one of their songs. And Mike Harrison he has such an awesome voice and everything. Really nice guys.
And we were talking about your 80s feel.
Yeah. Well, 80s. I really like the 80s. Pet Shop Boys and I can't really remember their names. Most of them.
I know, that's like the thing, yeah, with these 80s bands, you know their sound, but you don't... Oh, now it comes into my head. Spandau Ballet. Remember them?
No.
No?
Yeah.
For some reason, your songs remind me of Spandau Ballet, especially, whatchamacallit, what's that song of yours? Evolution.
Yeah, Evolution.
that had some of that really big 80s sounds. But how come you incorporate a lot of that?
I don't know. I don't know. Well, usually when I start with my synths and everything, maybe it just evolves into something from the 80s, something, I don't know.
So you're pretty much one of those programmed kids.
This is Yes Homegrown Top 15.
So you're checking out the show, and you know what? It's high time that we got into that track of yours. Time Will Come. It deserves that important premiere. And this is not the first track you've done vocals on, yeah?
Nope. This was like, I think the third one, maybe.
Third one?
Yeah, third one.
Questions, answers. That's what life is all about.
Questions and answers. And what was the name of the other track? Freedom, right?
Freedom, yeah. That was me on vocals. Kind of strange, right?
Yeah, considering that naturally you do have that really deep voice, but then there are days when you actually sound like a little girl. That's when you're really excited, huh? And you're just quiet right now?
Freedom was, actually, my voice was pitched down to an octave. And I used some pitch correcting software to correct my voice. But the other one, questions and answers, that was like done in 2010. I wasn't much good at, editing voices, so it kind of sounded really weird. But those are the two songs, not songs, I've done what I've done with vocals.
All right. So what are some of the softwares that you actually use in productions?
I really, really love FS Studio. I'm really an FS Studio baby. I love it. And I'm using Audition. Obviously, everybody's using Audition. So those are the basic two software I'm using.
All right. And you've never deviated?
No.
Given the chance, Anu, would you really like to maybe work with someone absolutely random, anyone who could possibly sing?
Yeah, most of some of my collaborators are actually picked randomly. They just listen to my songs and they just come to me and say, "Hey, I want to do a collaboration. Why don't we just get in touch?" And
how about someone random who's probably listening in right now?
Like whom?
Like somebody who's listening in right now. By the way, do you want to make this happen?
Yeah, fine. If he or she has a really nice voice, I'd really like to.
You know what? You need to give your address on the air. Email address, not your residence address.
Well, you can just contact me on my Facebook page. I think that's really...
easier.
Easier. You can just message me on my Facebook page and I'll just reply.
Da-da-da-da. Now that you know, it's high time we premiered your track. Introductions, mister?
Well, this track has been with me for like nearly a year. I was searching for a good vocalist, and actually I didn't find the exact person. And actually, I took this, I recorded this 2 times, and each of the times it didn't came out right. So finally, I gave myself a try, and actually, I think it's much better.
Exclusively premiering on the Yes Homegrown Top 15. Time Will Come.
We are all lost, far away from home. Try to get back to the place we belong. Some might tell you there is no home, but there is hope of finding the place that we've lost. till the time comes. Fix your broken wings, just don't give up. Just wait and see. Time will come to you someday. Time we've been in a dream of devious thoughts, trapped in our lonely minds. Break the thin walls and reach the sky. Come on, let us fly when the time is right.
And we gotta go. It was awesome having you on the show, Anu.
Yeah, and this was so awesome hanging out with you for 2 hours. And it was such an awesome experience for me.
Jaiweva. And by the way, next week we have White City in the studio, and that's just gonna be something else altogether. Till later, good night, Sri Lanka.
Good night. Good night.